Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
From Cafeteria Film Studios in Little Havana, Phresh presents Que Bola, where we talk to various movers and hustlers who are popping off and succeeding in the 305 and at the same time influencing the culture. I'm your boy D Fig. Holla at your boy when you see me in the street. Ew. Yo, holla at your boy when you see him in the street. It's your boy D Fig. Ya tu sabe. Holla. You already know what it is, my people. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the Que Hola podcast. Que Hola contigo con Sote Molina. You already know how we do it. In this week's episode, we sat down with my dude at Mr. Kevin Robert on IG. Stylist, model, fashionista, all that good stuff. My dude breaks it down on how the fashion industry works, how he decided to jump into the fashion industry. It's a really huge thing here in South Florida. And how he puts down, not only through his modeling, but through his styling and things along that nature. My dude killing it with the fashion game. It was a fresh talk. I really enjoyed it. Let's get into it. Let's do this. Listo. So we're in another episode of the Que Hola podcast. What's up, my people? I hope you guys is enjoying this and loving the podcast and whatnot. We're in another episode, and our special guest today is Monsieur Kevin Espinoza, also known as I Am Royalty on IG.
Yep.
That's what's up, man. Thank you so much for gracing us with your presence and coming and talk to us about what's popping off in your world. So, Kevin, we've met each other through a friend of ours, a mutual friend. And he's actually your cousin, my boy. Shout out to JP. And he's the one who put us down. We went out one time and we kicked it. We had an awesome time. And that's how I found out about more or less the things that you're doing in your life, and you're a stylist, a pretty well-known stylist, as a matter of fact. And you're working in the industry, doing your thing, you know what I'm saying? And I wanted to bring you on because I've never had a stylist on the podcast. And I think styling, I'm all about I'm not going to say I'm all about fashion, but I kind of am all about fashion. You know what I'm saying? My aesthetic is more like throwback fashion. Okay. I'm a throwback head. I love finding vintage pieces and dope, fresh things that are one-offs. So how do you traverse in that world? First of all, introduce yourself to the crowd, to the people, and let me know about that. Yeah.
Well, I'm me.
I'm me.
I'm becoming stylist, and fashion is my world. I love it, and it's pretty much what I do.
Did you go to school for that?
No.
Oh, so you just leapt into it?
All in, and I just learned on my own, and through trial and error, and seeing what works, what doesn't work. And,
what's the trial and error of that?
When you try something on and then come to figure out you look a mess.
Okay.
That's an error. That's
all right.
That's a trial and error, not an error, but
fashion, you have to be risky. You have to have balls to put something on, because you could get ridiculed at any point.
Exactly, I agree.
Oh, you're wearing some crazy things, you know what I'm saying? And but at the same time, you could also pull off. I think it has to do with attitude, the person who wears it, because two people could wear the same outfit, and one person has confidence in that outfit, the other person doesn't have confidence, and they look like they're the ones who look like a fool.
Yeah.
So how do you approach styling different people, knowing that you can't gauge their confidence?
That's exactly what I do. My goal is to motivate and inspire through fashion, and my goal is to make people look good. Feel good by looking good.
Okay.
So that's my main thing. And then as you come and see yourself and that you look better, that's gonna give you a confidence booster, and it's gonna make you feel amazing. So
you're trying to give them a confidence booster at the beginning
through
whoever
fashion.
That person is.
Yeah.
So you try to figure out, do you before you style somebody, do you have to kick it with them to know if this person is a confident person or not?
Not necessarily. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But like I said, my main goal is to make the person look their absolute best and to keep it going.
All right. That's what's up, man. So like I was saying earlier, with styling, there's always my love of styling, my love of fashion has always been that throwback. What is your aesthetic? What's your what is it that you are known for in the fashion styling world?
Me, I do a lot of streetwear, which I love. That's like my background. Like I love streetwear. Yeah, everybody has their own taste and their own thing. I like to try different things. Like I could go from streetwear to formal to something more risky or something out of the box.
Yeah.
And still bring it back to streetwear, which is
so streetwear is your
my number one.
Yeah. That's your base. Your foundation.
My
is
foundation is streetwear.
Okay. And like, how did you stumble into that foundation?
Just growing up and trying different fashions, different things, seeing what looked good on me and seeing what worked, what didn't, and that's pretty much it. Like just growing up and as times change, your style changes. So
also, like if we look at some of your old pictures,
yeah, I wouldn't be at my best.
All right, so like back in the day, it was like that's when you were first trying it out.
There you go.
Okay, so now you feel like you've hit a stride.
Yeah, but at the same time, I keep on growing each and every day. Like I strive to grow and learn as much as I can, and be the best that I could be.
So how does one grow in that?
By like for me, like I put a lot of time and effort into this, and this is what I do and what I love doing. So I like to learn more about maybe different fashion styles that I'm not too familiar with or too comfortable with.
Yeah.
And going from that and learning from people that have done this longer than me or people that are up and coming and seeing what works for them, and pretty much just growing in general.
So you do streetwear, right? Like that's your foundation. Is there like a certain streetwear that you gravitate more to? Is it like, I mean, what street? You know what I'm saying? Because that's the thing. Like, there's streetwear, but like, there's plenty of streets. Like you could be streetwear like 40th Street, like La Cuarenta, Bird Road.
Oh my god!
Or you could be like 8th Street streetwear. Those are two different streets, my homie. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are two different places. So like, what is it that you gravitate more to?
More like the street, like the rugged, like the ripped jeans and the the oversized shirts and the fitting jackets and style, like whatever shoes is popping right now and stuff like that, But I can still keep it classy and tone it down and still be streetwear, but to a classier level.
So you have to like what? You have to like stay up on like what's popping in the industry?
Always. Because you always have to keep reinventing yourself, and you always have to know your craft as much as you possibly can and be the best that you could be.
And what's like your tools,
I like a lot of GQ. Like I go through their magazines a lot and I see their content. And pretty much online, like I follow some big fashion heads and people that I admire, and like I look up after them, I guess.
Yeah. So you look up to certain stylists that are already popping.
Yeah, certain like figures online and whatnot.
So are they the ones who like set the trends? Who's the one who sets the trends then? Because I mean, stylists are the ones who get in the magazines. They're the ones who get all the looks, right, for the fashion looks. So I'm assuming that they're like a fashion house could put out a bunch of clothes, but if nobody styles anybody in their clothes, that clothes is non-existent, basically.
Pretty much.
So the people who are really dictating fashion, more or less, are stylists.
Pretty much so.
Damn. So like you like GQ, that's men, right?
Yeah.
So you primarily like styling dudes, men?
Yeah, I normally do men's fashion, and it wasn't not too long ago that I took the choice and said, you know what, I'm going to style women's fashion, because I just so happened to work with Sky from Black Ink Crew.
Oh, that's what's up, man.
So based off me working with her, that's when I said, you know what, I'm going to give this a shot. And, it's a whole different challenge and a whole different ball game than men's fashion, which is more primarily what I do. And yeah, ever since then, I kept it going.
That's what's up, bro. Shout out Sky for giving you an opportunity. You know what I'm saying?
Thank
That's
you,
what's good.
Sky.
So like, now that you've like traversed into the women's side, do you feel that men's fashion is way easier to style?
Yes.
Why do you feel that way?
Yes, because with women's fashion, like, it's totally different. Mm-hmm. So it's pretty much like, okay, she's set, and then you remember, oh shit, I gotta give her a purse. Damn, okay, give her a purse. Oh shit, I forgot the earrings. Oh no, this little detail. Oh no, this little accessory. Oh no, this. Never ending.
So females have never ending accessories, basically, is what you're saying. How do you feel about, all right, so I have a bag, You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
cool.
Little man purse.
Okay.
I get ridiculed for it by my boys all the time. Fuck all y'all motherfuckers, by the way. I love it because like it frees up my pockets.
Right.
I love putting
Oh,
my
yeah,
I love
yeah.
putting all my and like sometimes I'm gonna go to a little spot, and I'm gonna like blaze or do something like that.
Yeah.
I don't want all that shit in my pockets. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So like I love that because of that. But all my boys is like, what you doing? Like you look like you 12, rocking a little purse or this and that. Da, 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 da. I'm just like, yo, it's fashion now and it's convenient. So
Exactly.
like, how do you feel about like new trends coming into the sphere of like men's fashion?
I'm all up for it.
Yeah.
All the way. Like if I see something dope, I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna use this for my next shoot or to dress somebody or whatever.
Do you think that men's like merces are like a really up and coming thing?
At one point they were. I don't
Okay.
know so much about now, but at one point they were very.
They were popular. Yeah, I mean, I use it more as a convenience.
No, but the one you have though is fresh though.
Yeah,
and
small.
I mean, depends on how you rock it, but then again, no,
I probably don't rock it
right. Depends on how you wear. I have to see how you wear.
Yeah, I don't wear it right. I'm telling you right now, bro. I'm not. I mean, I like some things that I think is fresh as fuck on me, but then like I'll
Yeah.
tell my girl, she'll be like, "You look like a hot mess." But then again, like I'm the type of dude who has like the confidence to go outside and look like a
That's
hot
all
mess.
that matters. That's all that matters. And you just say fuck everybody else, and
Yeah.
I could care less and give a fuck about your opinion. Like if
A lot of the time, you have to do that, right?
exactly majority of the time, like not everyone's gonna agree with what you do. Not everyone's gonna agree with an outfit that I might do.
Yeah.
Some people might like it, some people might not, but it all depends as to what you like and
Yeah.
how you go about it.
Yeah. How do you address like fashion as a statement for like other things?
Like I use it to, like I said, to help motivate and inspire like
Mhm.
others. So that's mainly why I do it. Like if I'm able to like motivate someone through, like I said, making them, feel good by looking good,
Mhm.
then that's all that matters. So that's how I do it, I guess.
Yeah. How you approach it?
Exactly.
I was thinking, right? So like the other day I saw Melania Trump, right?
Okay.
She was wearing this like jacket and it had a statement on it, right? It was like a political statement. And I'm like, yo, she's using fashion to express herself in a certain manner about a certain topic, right? Do you feel that fashion has room for that? Like for politics to
Absolutely.
move? Yeah?
Absolutely, yes.
You think like people should go out like, all right, like for example, fashion,
Okay.
the Make America Great Again hat. That's fashion, homie.
I'm not gonna get into all that, but
I'm not saying you have to like agree or disagree, but my
Yeah.
thing is, how do you feel about that like fashion being pushed in that direction? It never used to kind of
No.
it used to be like that in the punk rock scene.
Yeah.
Because punk rockers were always about like expressing their political views and like using fashion just to like scare people off or just to like be weirdos, which I love. I love like the whole punk shit because I feel like I'm a weirdo. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I've always enjoyed that, but like now I see it like seeping into other like avenues of fashion that had never experienced that. Like high fashion had never experienced like clothing being used for political purposes.
Yeah.
So like how do you try to traverse that at the same time, like empower somebody? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think fashion has like the power to make a statement, make any statements.
Yeah.
And it just has the power to do it.
Yeah.
To do it, and if you stand behind your message, and then,
What do you mean?
like how Melania was, how you said how she was wearing a jacket and it had a statement. So that's what I'm saying. Like you could use fashion to make a statement. Make a purpose. Whatever it is that you're trying to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, fashion has that power, and I love that.
That's crazy, man. Yeah, I mean, I approach it this way because the other day I'm a huge UM fan, right? So I'm going to UM football games, and I'm there, and in my section, like everybody is there, like enjoying themselves. Primarily, they're all UM fans. There might be like some away fans there too, but we're still enjoying football.
Yeah.
And then like in the middle of the game, some dude busts out a Trump flag, and I'm just like, this, like, I understand how you feel. Like, cool, you appreciate Buddy and like you support him.
Yeah.
But I don't think that that's the particular venue to be doing this.
I
Like,
agree.
Like we're trying to like enjoy ourselves, let loose, and focus on football and focus on the camaraderie of like playing football and like of all that all the gist that brings that together.
Yeah.
And then you like step outside of that and you're bringing some shit that's like from completely left field, irrelevant to like, what does Trump have to do with football? It really doesn't have shit to do with it, you know? So it's like, that's why I feel like fashion is kind of like falling into that right now, where it's like fashion used to be about expressing yourself and things like that, personal expression, but now it's just like personal expression is also political expression. So like they're doing it through fashion, and it's just like I don't know how to feel about that, to be honest with you, man.
Yeah, I mean, the way I see it, if it's gonna be spreading out a positive message or whatever message, just as long as it's positive, just as long as it's beneficial to somebody, then I'm all for it. Mm-hmm. Now, if it's something negative and something irrelevant, something that has nothing to do with nothing, then no. Forget that.
And what sets the line between what's positive and what's not?
It all depends on how you see it. Not everyone's going to agree with, what I think may be positive or what I think may be negative. But for the gist of it, we all know what's right and wrong and what's...
More or less.
Exactly.
Yeah,
or at least have an idea of so, like...
Yeah. I mean, you started off here in Miami, right?
Yeah.
Miami's a big place, is a big international city, icon.
Yeah. A melting pot, like... people say.
Yeah, it is a melting pot, and it's one of the most international cities in the world. But we don't have the opportunity to be as stylish as other cities.
Oh my God, the weather.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so that's what I'm getting into.
Yes.
So like,
yes.
How do you like circumvent that, though? How do you go around the fucking weather?
I gotta do what I gotta do.
So you basically throw down for fashion.
I have to.
Yeah?
I have to. Like,
bro, I commend you.
Wintertime is like, I guess, like the only time that...
What do you mean wintertime? You mean like 3 days? The 3 days of
whatever
winter.
little days that we get a cold front. Shit, I benefit from those. Like, all right, we're rocking our winter wear. Like, we get to do layers and whatever. But, I mean, at nighttime, maybe you could get away with something light or whatnot. But, yeah.
Yeah, like how do you I mean, it's hard for you to really be able to do any layers here, dog. Like, I mean, te está muriendo, dog. Like, just to and I'm not trying to look that fly, homie. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather be comfortable than be fly. That is kind of like the thing of Miami. But
why
at the
not
same
be flying comfortable at the same time?
Cause I mean, you could be flying comfortable. I feel like I'm flying comfortable, but the vast majority of people, I mean, I don't know, because Miami is really good on fashion, but it's kind of like the same kind of fashion, like really tight shit, you know what I'm saying? And not that many layers because a motherfucker don't want to die, you know what I'm saying?
Especially in the heat, especially now, this fucking summer.
Yeah,
like,
the summertime.
So hot.
So like, how do you approach that, bro?
Like we personally, I keep it moving. Like
you try to block out the heat.
I try to block it. I try to wear something light, but I try to do layer.
I see you wearing like a jacket around your waist right now.
Yeah.
So you're rocking the jacket today.
No, I just did it around.
Oh, okay. So you rocked it around the waist. That was the look for today.
Yeah, actually, with this look that I have on today, I got inspired from Sunday's look that I did because Sunday's look was all white.
Okay.
So for a family event, and it was all white, and then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do the all black version today.
Yeah.
With the same jacket and more or less the same accessories and.
That's what's up, dog. That's what's up. Yeah, I mean, you gotta try to figure that out here in South Florida, bro. Like, what kind of like, what would you give as a recommendation to people in Miami for dressing, at least for men? What would you say is like quintessential men's fashion in Miami?
Here in Miami, the number one thing is be comfortable. Here, especially shorts is like the number one thing. Like,
okay.
Just make sure that they're comfortable, they fit you, and fashionably above the knee, a little bit above the knee. You don't want nothing
baggy.
Yeah, no,
like old '90s shit.
No, we're not doing that.
We're not. Well, currently, you don't know if that shit might come back, dog.
And yeah, like button down shirts here always, that's like the number one thing, like a staple men's piece that every man should have in his closet.
Is a button
A
down.
button down, like a must. And loafers, especially here in Miami, loafers, like low cut sneakers, stuff like that.
All right. So,
Think summer year round, but dressing it up and down a little.
all right. You from Miami? All right. Where you was raised at?
Miami Lakes,
Miami Lakes. All right. Because I'm asking you this because what high school you went to?
American.
All right. So you went
All 4
American.
years.
All right. So you
Home of
from
the Patriots.
so, dog, you from Miami. You know what I'm gonna say right now. You're gonna understand what I'm gonna say. The way you're describing to me like more or less quintessential Miami man right now sounds like a preppy look, right? Like tremendo preppy, right? I've never been into that preppy look. You know what I'm saying? Like I've kind of like skirted it. I'm not gonna front. Like a couple times I tried to go into the preppy look. You know what I'm saying? Like because I was like, oh, I gotta be preppy, this and that. But that's not my personality. You know what I'm saying? More or less. I'm from the hood, and I've always loved like street, like real hood street shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Only recently have I gotten into shirts that are like smaller, that are like more fitting. I always used to have like way bigger shirts than I was, than
We've
on my
all
size.
did it.
Yeah, but like not only did I do it, I did it for a long ass time. You know what I'm saying? Like that was my style. There's also the refy look, which refy look is like, you know what I'm saying? Like you have a certain kind of look where it's just like Buddy looks like he just shops at one particular store. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to name that store because I don't wanna hate on nobody, but there's like a couple stores out there that sell this kind of clothing.
Yep.
You know, that's like straight up refy as fuck, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's like its own line of fashion too.
Yeah.
Is refy fashion?
To whoever considers fashion, then they go
I mean, I
for
see
it.
a lot of reggaetoneros rocking what I would consider extra refy shit. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm saying, all right, so reggaeton might be like a refy land. But then again, you look at like somebody like, what's Nicky Jams. Nicky Jams don't dress refy, and he's a reggaetonero. But there's also reggaetoneros in the whole sphere who like dress extra refy, right? How do you feel about like those different looks clashing, and how do you approach that when you're trying to dress somebody up for Miami, dog?
Well, pretty much everyone's different, so what might work for somebody might not work for the other. So if I'm able to pull off a refy look for somebody and it looks good on them and it fits them, then I go for it. Like,
okay.
like I'm not hating on it. I'm not, kicking it or knocking it off. I'm just saying like I don't use it as much.
Yeah.
But if I was to use it on somebody that would fit them and work for them, then go for it. Yeah.
Okay, so like, it's all about the individual then.
Exactly. It's
not-
all about the individual. Like what might work on me might not work on you. What works on you may not work on me. You know what I'm saying? Like
okay.
everyone's different. Like not everyone's gonna look good in ripped jeans or tight jeans or baggy or whatever.
Yeah.
So
So how do you sit down and talk to somebody about when you're gonna style them? Then do you have to like get their attitude, the kind of person they are? Like if they're like into that refy look.
yeah, I kind of get their personality and I try and see like what they're about and what their style is, and then I base it off of that, and
Okay.
then pretty much tell them, hey, look, this is something that could work for you. It's a whole different thing that you might not be used to, but hey, it could work.
Yeah.
So
So what are like, okay, so let's say you were gonna style me, right?
okay,
Well, what's like the breakdown? What happens first?
okay, straight up, I'll tell you right now.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, hey, anything stained, ripped, ripped not so much, but anything that's stained, anything that's old, anything that's like worn out.
Oh yeah? What do you
Out,
mean?
out. I don't want to see it. Forget about it. Like
What? Why?
because it's time. It's time to grow. It's time to, what doesn't work, get rid of it and give something else a chance.
All right. So then what would be the next step?
I look at you and then you give me kind of like a streetwear vibe, but more on the upscale side of it.
Okay.
So I could see you with some like dope ass sneakers with like, a nice fitted t-shirt. And
What do you consider dope ass sneakers though?
like Yeezys,
Okay.
Adidas,
Like the Boost.
Y3s, Boost,
But no, like nothing like no air flights or nothing like that, or no Pippins or nothing like that, or J's, no Jordans.
You know what? With Jordans, I used to wear a lot in high school, and now
You gave up on Jordan.
not that I gave up on them. I don't wear it anymore. I had that phase, and don't get me wrong, they're still fresh as fuck. Like
Yeah.
some of them, like the 11s are all time classic, and then I own like a pair of 3s.
Okay.
So I didn't necessarily give up on them. I guess
moved.
I moved from that phase and I gave something else a chance. What I
feel
was telling you earlier, you see?
Yeah. I feel you. I feel you. My favorite shoes are Converse. So like I rock Converse with like damn near everything.
Yeah, but Converse, like I have.
Is that
I have a couple pairs. No, they're dope.
Okay.
They're dope. Yeah. I have a couple pairs and they kill me, so I don't wear them as often.
Oh yeah, I have these slip-in.
Oh,
I bought these
God.
like Dr. Scholl's things for all my Converse. Yeah, because Converse are kind of like at a certain point they get a little.
At a certain point, I'm
Yeah.
like, fuck, let me go sit down for a minute.
Yeah. So I bought these Dr. Scholl's like things to put inside my shoes and my Converse, and they like hook every single pair of Converse up. So it's like I could rock Converse for everything, bro. So like. So all right, so keep on. So you were saying that I would look like more upscale with like. So what are the accessories that you would like try to dictate towards me or towards dude?
Definitely a watch or a bracelet.
Or watch but not both.
You could do both.
Okay.
Me personally, I like a skinny bracelet.
Okay.
Like, the smaller it is, better.
Yeah.
I used to do the bigger ones, a couple years back, but
Yeah.
I don't like it as much anymore. So like I like a smaller bead, but you can do both.
Yeah.
And then you want to wear a ring, but definitely do accessorize. Like
How about graphic tees?
yeah,
So graphic tees are good.
graphic tees are good to some extent.
All right.
Not all is good.
All right. So what's the cutoff on a graphic tee? Because
Like-
I love graphic tees. All right? That's my shit.
Nothing offensive, I guess. Nothing,
offensive.
Well, the one that you have on, the one that you have on is fine. It's like
It says vete pa'
that's
la-
a constant reminder that we have to tell some people sometimes. You know?
Vete pa' la pinga. Don't wear nothing offensive. But mind you, I'm rocking a shirt that says vete pa' la pinga and shit. All right. So the cutoff is offensive, shit like that.
Yeah, like I don't.
You don't style people and shit like that.
Not that I don't style them.
Yeah.
I don't like putting out a negative message and
Okay.
nothing like that. Like, there's enough negativity out. Like, we don't need it anymore.
All right.
So, but yeah, I fuck with graphic tees. Like,
And hats?
yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Go for a nice. Well, I would say go for a dad hat. You could do a snapback if you want to keep it a little bit more.
Yeah. More gutter?
Yeah. There you go. And yeah.
So what like a graphic tee, some gutter? How about like some shorts or ripped pants for me?
I can see you in fitted pants.
Fitted pants?
Fitted?
Hell no,
But fitted,
son.
you see, here's what you're thinking. Listen, here's what you're thinking. You're thinking fitted is like skinny, like super tight. No, it's not. Fitted is what fits you. Nothing crazy baggy and nothing that's gonna like not give you circulation. Like, no. You're thinking fitted is like skinny, super tight.
Yo,
That's
like
not.
I see a lot of cats with that, or like that more towards the referee look, who be rocking those really tight, like they got painted on pants. You know what I'm saying? I'd just be like, damn, son, that's a sacrifice. I mean, some people like them. I ain't gonna hate on them, but it's just like it's not for me, dog. And I definitely like loose jeans. I ain't gonna front. Like I don't know if fitted would be something that I would like. But so okay, so how about glasses?
Oh yeah, go for it.
Always glasses.
Go for it. Go for a nice signature pair of glasses.
What are the key things that men should rock when they're gonna step out for a night?
Step out for a night. You definitely want to have your best look on. You definitely want to accessorize. You don't have to go over the top. The more simple, the better. But do accessorize. Like, accessorize is the number one thing. Like, it'll make or break your outfit, pretty much.
So the accessories is what makes
accessories
fashion.
is like what can give you the outfit to the next level. You could be wearing something as simple as jeans and a white tee.
Yeah.
But if you accessorize right,
You make it
stand out.
pop.
Exactly.
That's what's up. That's kind of I've always felt like that's my strong suit. When I'm gonna step out, like I'm good with the accessories. You know what I'm saying? I know how to accessorize. I mean, for me at least, you know, or I think it's cool.
Like me, like I can't leave my house without a bracelet.
Yeah,
I cannot leave my house without
I like your
a
bracelet, by the way.
Thank you. And something as simple as this.
Yeah,
But I have to. I don't always wear a watch, but I always have to have a bracelet. If not, like I'm like I feel weird. Like
yeah, yeah. I had a guest on here. His name is Johan Rodrigani, and he does jewelry. He has
nice.
bracelets like that. Like,
Nice.
yeah, like I'm trying to cop one off of Johan. Johan, holla at
I
your
wanna
boy,
check it
bro.
out.
Yeah, bro, check him out, dog. He did D Wade's retirement pendant for his last
so dope. Shout out to
year.
him.
Yeah, shout out to Johan, man. He has like really cool men's accessory, like jewelry. Because like men don't really have that many accessories. Like you were speaking earlier, right? You go into any mall or anything like that. If you're like still old school and you go to the mall, right?
Yeah.
Like you go into like any section, it'll be like 80% of the store is just women shit and like mad accessories. And then you go to the men's section, is like a little 3 rows.
There's a store in particular that I'm not gonna say the name that's popping into mind.
And it's just like that.
Just like that.
Like they're all like that.
Exactly
And just
just
be
like
like, yo, men don't really have anything to rock, son. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you could just rock shirts, like pants, shoes, maybe some jackets. If you rock a chain, how about chain? Like those big dookie chains, that's popping or not? I mean, it's popping in the hood, though.
Just keep it as simple as you can. Like
So
nothing too
simplicity.
crazy. Simplicity is key. Like you don't want nothing over the top. Like once you're going over the top and to the extreme, and it's like okay, like
It might work, it might not work.
exactly.
So you're just taking a shot at that point in the dark.
Exactly.
So like, how did you stumble into this, bro?
Well, before styling, I did modeling, which I still do it. It all got started back in January of 2014 that I did Ballers. I came out in an episode, the first episode actually.
Oh, that's what's up.
I came out in like one scene, like for a split second.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, I'm on HBO. Look at that. For a second,
That's
but I
an
came out.
accomplishment, dog.
Thank you. And, ever since then, did a few music videos, did commercials.
I saw you did like a Pepsi commercial recently.
No, it wasn't Pepsi. It was Stella.
Stella, my bad, yeah.
Stella, I did a photo shoot for them.
Yeah. That looked cool. You styled that?
No, I was a model.
Oh,
on that
so
one.
you were modeling.
I was
Okay,
modeling on that one.
Okay. Somebody else styled you.
Yeah.
All right.
We had stylists and the whole team on set. So.
Okay. So then you stumbled into it through modeling?
And then from modeling, I did a transition to wardrobe styling. I just wanted to be more behind the scenes. I still do modeling. Like I said, I love it. I'm not going to stop doing it. But I just wanted to try something new. And I love fashion. And I love pretty much everything about it. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to give this a shot. And here I am.
That's what's up, bro. That's what's up. And if somebody's trying to get your services, what services do you provide?
I do wardrobe styling and I do personal shopping.
Oh, personal shopping too. So like if a guy or girl wanted to like refresh their wardrobe, they'll hit you up and you like, what do you do? You go to the mall with them, you go online, what do you do?
I could shop for them. They could come with me. If they want, if not, they don't have to. And, we work out as to what the client wants, what's the primary things that they want, and then branch out on to like other things as to like what they may need or what they might, want or whatnot. And yeah.
So, okay. So, how like in Queer Eye, they have people and they have like, what the people want is like a bunch of whack shit.
Yeah.
So how do you tell a client, like, they're telling you, I want this, and that, and how do you tell them, like, yo, everything you want is whack as fuck? How do you tell them that?
I have to tell them, like...
Are you blunt with it, or do you, like, beat around the...
I can't beat around the bush, but I can't be, like, rude.
You can't be rude about
it.
Yeah, you can't be like, you're whack as fuck, bro.
I can't be like, yo, bro, you're whack as fuck, get the fucking fuck out of here. I can't do that.
Yeah.
I have to be like, look, I don't think this is the best option. Why don't we try this instead?
Yeah.
Or I see what you're trying to do, but hey, why don't you try this,
Okay.
So
you just try to suggest them into another way.
You see how that works?
Yeah.
So, yeah. I just try to like suggest and convince. And when I work with somebody, I don't just impose my ideas on them. I let what they have to say. Like I value their opinion. Mm-hmm. So it's working together. It's not just pretty much me telling you, hey, fuck off on all your ideas and just listen to me. No, it's a combination of both.
Okay. And have you cleaned out whole wardrobes before?
Oh my God, haven't I? I worked with somebody that I took out 2 garbage bags full of clothes.
Yeah.
And I was like, look, get rid of this, donate this, and then we're gonna go shopping for a new wardrobe for you because it's time to go.
It's whack.
Yeah.
All that donation shit is probably what I be wearing. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I love thrifting, dog.
No, it's dope. I think it's fucking dope. Like, you might find something that's like super vintage. Like, I've heard stories of like people finding like, you know, Chanel pieces and
No,
like
I don't even
Louis and like, you know,
it don't have to be like super high fashion vintage pieces. I just like throw like something that I mean, a lot of things that catch my eye are really weird things.
Okay.
That like you're never gonna be able to like go into a store and buy again.
Okay.
Because like that era's done though. You know, it's like people aren't producing that shit.
Yeah.
And that's just really like it used to be like I was the only one doing this shit, homie. Like I'm not even gonna front. Like I've always thrifted like almost all of my clothes. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like I rarely used to buy like new shit. So I would go and I would find mad gems that I consider gems. You know what I'm saying? But now I go and it's just like, yo, it's hard to find the gems because like this has become an entire industry where people are just like straight thrifting and like making mad bank off of that. Like they'll go get like mad jackets and things like that are fresh that you can never find again, you know? And it's like that side of fashion is the kind of fashion that attracts my eye, you know. It's like one-off pieces, like glasses. But then like what happened is now I see some people get those like vintage pieces and they just like start mass producing them, like dope ass old school like 70s glasses. Bad Bunny came out with like these weird ass glasses.
Oh, I remember.
All of a sudden, like
no, everybody's wrong.
Yeah, you could rock them. Like you could go to Sunglass Hut. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has those shits. Like back then, you could just only find those one pair.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like vintage coming back in certain ways, it's kind of like fucking up my look. You know what I'm saying? Is what I'm trying to get at.
I'm not number one anymore.
Yeah, I'm not the only one out here fucking thrifting and shit. All y'all thrifters, get the fuck out my way, man. I need to be the only one again finding them all in fresh shits, yo. I used to have this one site. I'm gonna tell it now because everybody knows it. It's shopgoodwill.com. You know Goodwill?
Yeah.
All right, so Goodwill has a online store that people are not aware of. I mean, now they are because I could tell by the prices, right?
Yeah.
So like I'm talking about like maybe like 4 or 5 years ago, I would go on there and I would buy like mad dope shit, son, for like $1, $2, $3, right?
Shekitout.
Facts, son. And now you go on there, it's just like the first, like the crappiest shirt they have on there is like $8, $9. Plus shipping and handling, which is like shipping will be like another $7. Handling is like another $3. And I'm just like, yo, I'm paying like $20 for this shirt? Fuck out of here. Like back in the day, it used to be like 2-3 bones. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I know that the site has gotten super popular.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like sites like that, like those thrift shops, that's what like that's dope dope as fuck to me. Like who sets what to move on? Who sets like when it moves on?
I mean, you are right, but then again, you don't see like the trend anymore. You don't see like the wave, you know, as much. You know what I'm saying?
But where's the wave starting? Who starts the wave? That's my question. I always be like, I see like once all the kids are wearing it, or like not kids, but like all the people are wearing it, then I'm just like, okay, that's the new wave. But I've always wondered like, where does that start? Where's that coming from?
That's a good question.
Like, how do you you're in the industry, where do you see it coming from mostly?
I mean, mainly from publications, from like places like GQ, places like, you know, L, like online and social media, and then, you know, like you said, the kids wearing them and all that. So
how often does the wave change?
As much as it could possibly change. Like what's popping today might not be popping tomorrow, and then there's something else that's new and trendy going on, and you know.
And that's a lot of attention to be putting on like clothes, dog. Like I like fashion, but for me to be like on top of the new shit, that's a lot of like you're following up on a lot of things, yo. To be like, oh, this is the new hot accessory, you know, or this is the new hot look, you know. Like I remember back in the days, people used to rock those earrings that drop. Men used to rock earrings that would drop, and I've recently been seeing people wearing that. Like, is that a new wave
It's
thing?
all, everything that we did back then, it's all slowly but surely coming back. Like, look at like the snapbacks.
Okay.
We did it back, well, before my time, I guess, and during my time.
Yeah.
And then for a minute they went away, and then they came back again.
Yeah.
So it's all repeating itself, and it's all, you know, slowly but surely coming back.
And how you feel about fashion being sexualized as fuck? like with the whole see-through shit that happened with women, the women's fashion?
I mean,
Do you consider that positive and all that shit that you were saying earlier? Like, it has to be positive. It has to be good for the people. I mean, shit. I'm not gonna speak negative towards it.
I can't say much about it. I mean, what I could say is that if it's gonna be for a positive purpose, if it's gonna be for something that's for a change or for a stand or for then I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not for like nothing negative, nothing that's gonna harm somebody or be a damage or whatnot. Like, no, I'm not about that.
Yeah, like trashing it, but like I don't know. I mean, it's crazy because I see like, all right, so fashion gets like more and more sexualized. And I don't have no kids, but like if I did have kids,
Yeah.
that's where I'm thinking. I'm like, yo, I don't want like my daughter thinking like she could rock some like sheer shit because like everybody's rocking sheer shit, And then, but at the same time, I don't want to be like that old head dad, like, oh, you don't let me do anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be that dude because I remember what that was like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to like put that kind of negativity on anything, but you got to put your foot down at a certain point. Like, nah, this is not for you. How do you feel about those shorts? Like the booty cheeks hanging out those shorts all the time. Like that's the new thing, homie. Like 120.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind it. I don't mind seeing that.
I mean, it's not that I don't mind seeing it.
No, but I do get it. I do understand because if I had a daughter, I would be the same way.
Yeah,
like I wouldn't want like
your booties ain't hanging out no
hell
shorts.
No, are you out of your fucking mind? No.
But that's where fashion is at. Yeah. Like you can't really like.
It's like a hard stand on that one. It's like you're between a rock and a hard place. Like,
And it keeps getting pushed even further, especially in Miami.
Yeah.
Where like you want to be butt ass naked almost all the time because it's hot as fuck in this motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
Damn, that's crazy, dog. So like if people want to reach out to you for your services, do you charge them like by hour? Do you charge them by look? How do you how do stylists charge?
It's all different. It's all what the client wants. Like sometimes it's a fixed price. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's by look. Sometimes it's by hour. Sometimes it's by a project, so it all varies and it's all different.
So you have to get in contact with you. They would have to get in contact with you and tell you what it is that you want. Then you
they want,
and then like build something out around them.
Exactly.
So it's not like a one standard type of thing.
It's not like a one. Everything is different.
Is that what you? Or is that like industry wide?
Oh no, that's me. I'm speaking on me. Like, so anybody else is like primarily different, and what they do is what they do. I'm speaking on me.
Okay. Do you feel that right now you're growing in the styling world outside of like your modeling?
Yeah, I feel like I'm, putting more time and energy and focus into styling, like, and it's primarily what I'm doing now, and I love it. Yeah, and I'm not gonna stop. And
you're now in the women's sphere.
Yeah.
That's what's up, dog. I congratulate you on that, dog.
Thank you.
It's hard to be a creative in any way, shape, or form, especially in the fashion world, man. Like, fashion is it's huge. It speaks volumes because you're not saying anything physically, but you're saying it with what you're wearing.
Exactly.
And it's kind of like, I know there's a lot of people that need help in that realm. I wouldn't consider myself one of those, but I'm sure like after you saw me dress, you probably would. You'd be like, this motherfucker look like a
no, not really.
Hot mess.
No, not really.
So like when you, all right, so people who do need your services, need your help, do you ever tell somebody when they're not listening to your suggestions that you can't help them and that you have to walk away, or like how does that work?
Damn, I mean, I've never been in that situation.
Oh, so everybody always listens to your suggestions.
I've never been in a situation that I've had to like, be like, you know what, like, maybe I'm not the one for you, like, that you could use my services. Maybe you could try somebody else. Never, but yeah, like everyone's.
Have you heard of that?
Not really, but I'm pretty sure it's happened.
I mean, some people are stubborn.
Yeah,
and like, I mean, they have
very much so.
Yeah, like,
very, very much so.
I would imagine you have somebody clean out their closet. They've been holding on to shit since like high school, and then you tell them no, you got to put that shit and give it to Goodwill.
No, I mean you don't necessarily have to give it to Goodwill or to donate it, but I'll tell you, hey, like,
don't wear it.
Don't just don't wear this. Like, it's not doing you any good.
That's what's up. Do people try to reach out to you for one particular look type thing?
I've had, yeah.
All
I've
right.
had like instances that, I've been asked, oh, bro, what do you think I should wear for date night? Or,
Yeah, like that's what I was going at.
what do you think I should wear for, I have a shoot and I'm trying to do, a certain look or whatnot. So like I just give them suggestions.
Yeah. Date night probably huge, right?
Yeah, somewhat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had that one a couple times before.
How do you plan out your looks, bro? Do you do it like a week in advance?
No, you see,
Because you were telling me about you rock some shit on Sunday.
Listen,
and then you locked about today's look and shit.
Okay, I try to do it a night or a day before.
Okay. So the night before, you're like looking at what you're gonna rock tomorrow.
What I'm gonna, if it's an event or like something specific that I have to do, if I have to be, out and about or whatever, I try to plan it from the night or day before.
Yeah.
But it always happens that when it comes to day of that I wear the look, I don't like it. So I have to like start from scratch, and I'm like, oh shit, here we go again, until I get it right.
So you're like undecisive.
Like on Sunday, I had the look planned for a week in advance. Okay.
All right.
Here comes Sunday. I try the whole thing out. I'm like, hell no, this isn't, no. And I had to go 3 times. I had to change it.
Oh, yeah?
So I got it right, yeah.
That's what's up, dog. I mean, that's a commitment to fashion, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know, like... if
There's been times that I've changed like 10 times.
Facts? Damn.
I don't leave my house until I'm fully comfortable, until I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm good.
All right.
But other than that, no.
You have a full-length mirror?
Yeah.
That's a must, huh? Yo, I didn't get a full-length mirror, facts, until I got with my girl, bro. Like, she's the one like, I need a full-length mirror in the house. And I was like, damn, I ain't never even think about that shit.
Shout out to her.
Yeah, shout out to my girl for the full-length mirror, bro, because that shit is crazy, fam. Like, that changed my life. When I was just looking from like this from the waist up, bro, I was just like, I thought I was looking right, and then I was like, nah, I'm not looking right.
Oh,
but whatever, that was then. This is now, bro. So with your services, how do people reach out to you, man?
Pretty much on Instagram.
So what's your Instagram?
Instagram at I am royalty. IAMRAWYALTY.
RAW.
Yeah, like royalty, but instead of royalty, it's raw.
Raw. So royalty.
Royalty.
I am royalty. Okay.
Get it?
Yeah,
okay.
I get it. That's what's up, dog. Thank you so much, bro, for coming through.
Thank you.
Talking to us about your creative ways, your styling. We didn't really get much into your modeling. We'll get that next time. Hopefully you come around.
For sure.
But I appreciate you, bro, for talking to us and letting us know how it's popping in your world and the stylish world. Any projects coming out that we should look out for your styling?
I'm working right now with a magazine publication to have an article released, and my work is going to be on there, so I'm looking forward to that. And just right now, just continue to grow and expand and keep doing what I'm doing.
Yeah. That's what's up, bro. It's always love, man, that like people from South Florida popping off and doing their thing and like repping. You rep Dade County everywhere you go.
All day, every day, 305.
That's what's up, dog. It's all about that 305.
305 Miami. We need to start supporting each other more.
Facts.
We really do. Like I hated how here in Miami, like everyone hates on each other, and that's a whole fucking fact. And I say fuck all that. Like let's support one another, and let's put on Miami on, and
that's what's up, dog. I really appreciate you coming through. Hasta la próxima. You guys know where it's at. Que Bola podcast.
Que Bola.
Que Bola. Que Bolón Tiburón. Holla at your boy. If you like it, share it with your friends. If you hate it, share it with your enemies. But just share this motherfucker and let's be real. Peace.
Yep.
You heard it there first. Holla at my dude, Mr. Kevin Robert on IG. Mr. Kevin Robert on IG. Shout out to Kevin. Thank you for swinging through, talking to us about how you popping off in the industry of fashion and all that good stuff. If you guys like the podcast, you know what it is. Holla at your boy, Phresh on IG. Keola Podcast. Shoot me some DMs, shoot me some ideas, people you like to me to bring on, and different industries you like for me to touch on in South Florida. Hasta la próxima. Love y'all. Peace.